our giant clam hatchery and sanctuary. So the Giant Clam project's got two parts to it, and one part is the hosting or fostering the clams after they're 6 months older, and the second part is the laboratory, which produces thousands of tanks. A host just needs a small tank, and he can have 1,000 clams, so they get them from 6 months onwards, and they can have 1,000 clams, and then they go from the host into little nets and into little chicken mesh cages and into the sea and in safe places, or they can stay in the tank and get them up to 3 years where they reach maturity, about that big when they reach maturity. So Labombajo's in here. Some of our hosts who want to put the tanks in, like the height, there's two big resorts there, and the research base at the Ayana want to put the tanks in, and then there's a whole lot more in a few villages. And the laboratory, so what we need money for here, it's not a lot. I've got a very simple setup. So the setup won't work, and we won't be able to take it international unless we have it really low cost and simple. So we're lucky we've got the house pad here. So we're going to build all that up, put the seating along the front, clean our white beach up so boats can come. And we're really lucky because there's clams just off here, and that drops down about 20 metre drop out. So all along here we've got about 4 or 5 breeders. So we take plastic bags, we put a serum in, and out comes their eggs, and then out comes their sperm, and then out 4 minutes later out come their eggs. So the hatchery here, there's a pump going, and we've already got the ocean well. We're going to put a header tank there, and remember it only needs to be about 1 metre deep, and these 4 tanks, we'll just bleed them from one tank to the other tank to the other tank to the other tank, so we can put different clams in. And then all we need is trays. So we get a whole lot of trays at the bottom. We fill them up with pebbles. We collect the sperm. So we to collect our sperm and our eggs, is we grab the clam, we put a serum, put him in a bucket of salty water, put a serum in his mouth. About a few minutes later he throws all his sperm out, put him in another bucket. 4 minutes later he throws all his eggs out. Then we've got a bucket of eggs and a bucket of sperm, and millions of them. And then we tip the buckets. They won't interbreed, of course, and then we'll get about 8 different clams. So we've got a good mix of DNA, and then we'll just basically tip them into the tanks. They require no food, yeah, we pump the water through and just keep them going on the little trays. So after about 2 days, the little larvae go down and sit on the little stones in the tray and start growing. 6 months are about that big, and we'll have thousands just in those tanks, and I've got another place for more tanks. So this is our saltwater well. So we've got a saltwater well here, we've got a diesel pump. We're going to have a really nice house. So this is just going to have a big shallow roof. It's 6 meters across the top. The roof will come out. This will be all pavered, so it's nice. A little bit of shade cloth around it so we can work on it and pull it back at daytime. And so that'll be really nice, and we'll have it funky. We'll have it so nice someone can sleep here. And we just start up the pump in the morning to fill up the header tank, 5,000 litre header tank, just trickle through, start it up in the evening, and it does the same again, maybe 3 times. Small amount of diesel, 20 minutes to fill up the tank because it's a 2-inch pump. And we've got our well. This is the sort of clams from around here. This island's covered in clams, and they've all been gone. So clams are functionally extinct. They're too far apart worldwide, and we've got a short window of time to save them. Once we set up the host program and the laboratory program, which is all proven, there's plenty of people growing them, and science has been done on it. And once we've done that, then we just template it, and then we can take it global. And I've already got friends in other locations who want to copy and get the thing going because it's such low cost. Clams, why they're so unique and why they can grow so big is giant clams have the beautiful colors of the bacteria in their mouth. The bacteria operate on photosynthesis, so they survive on sunlight, taking plankton out of the water, and about 60% of the food is the excretion from the from the bacteria or the photosynthesis or the algae on their lips and that. So that's 60% of their food for a big clam, and 40% is from natural filtration sort of thing. And we've got this area here. We can put our other tanks in this area right on the waterfront, and it's just down there. And then just down here is our welcome centre and our bank. We're very lucky, we've got giant mangroves in here. The monkeys sleep in here at night time. It's all a little bit, this is the ugly part of the island. It was, they built a boat here, that big boat out there, and they left us after burning. They destroyed all the trees, so a little bit hard. At high tide the water comes right up, and here we'll be putting 3 rooms here for visitors to stay as part of our foundation. So it's a foundation program under Peaks Base Indonesia. And this is our new baruga that'll be tiled soon. We'll just put all the tiles, the floor down. Seawall's done now. Got a bit of cleaning, clean the beach. We've got a nice toilet for visitors finally. So yeah, you know, so they're pretty lucky. And we've got a nice kitchen in here so the boys can do teas and coffees. It's our storeroom. Everything's just been a work in action. We've just done all our lights. You know, we've just got clams. There's thousands of shells from years gone by. This is the welcome area. This is the boys' area ready for the rainy season. We also run Komodo sea cleaners. These are our sea cleaner ranks when we snorkel around and dive. So this is our welcome centre, and that's the boys' area. Then we've got about 16 kilometres of walk around the island. So now we're on the nice part of the island. This is a karumba made from old ship's wood. That's a 100-year-old canoe. We've got another 100-year-old canoe in the roof down there, hanging down. And then this is an all weather sheltered bay. No matter what storm, we're safe. Our giant clams are just out there, and you can maybe see the white sort of gridded area. So the pontoon, we've got a big rope keeping 2 hectares, keeping people out from our reef. And then beautiful clear water, seagrass in here, drops away just here 20 metres, just straight down off that edge. So we can scuba dive straight off here. And that's our reef cleaner. The boys actually sleep in this. And then they've got stone and cliffs and everything all up there, beautiful walks. We've got giant eagles, iguanas. We've got about 50 friendly monkeys. They come in, they're usually sitting around here. And this is our Komodo reef cleaner boat here. They're made from plastic. They're really robust. And this is our second one. And we need a couple of grand for just a small 15-horse outboard, so we can get that going for our clam boat. We need 2 boats because one's one. And then the last part over there, which you've seen before no doubt, is our floating office. So and our security. So that floating office, we've got solar, we can do laptops and everything. And then the far end, we've got a beautiful setup there with workshops and all the tools in the world for welding and making clam nests. When the clams get to about 3 years old, so the whole thing then is we have cages about the size of the ping pong table here. So we put about 30, a little bit narrower, about 30 giant clams in there. Remember, we'll be pumping, one laboratory can host up to 70 hosts. So they volunteer and just put a thin narrow tank on, they aerate the water so they can have them. So then they can put them around their wharves and places like that. That's Ayana, and there's their wharves, and they want to put the tanks just up by the hotel, and they want them there as a tourist feature. And then so when they reach maturity, we put them in these big secure cages so nobody can eat them, because they're just getting smashed and eaten all the time around the world. Put them in trusted locations on the corner of the reef. Every month they sperm and throw their sperm all over the reefs. And we just keep making, keep putting them all everywhere and having them fertilise all the reefs again, where once there was thousands. It's about 300 years ago, all the giant clams. You know, a good giant clam takes four men to lift one shell. So yeah, they're huge, and they're about 100 years old. So we've got a very short window to get the program going, do the pilot project. So this is the pilot project, and then share it to amongst the dive industries and people like that, and follow up the program. So that's pretty much our base. We need a few funders just to help out. For me, it's almost a project too far with our humanitarian projects and all that, but it's something I really want to do. And it's something like, it's a project when you look back later on in life, and if you get it out the other side, other people are running it, but it, to save an extinct species is something pretty special, eh? And it's really doable, mixing the sperm and all that. It's just no one's doing it. Everybody's trying to save it, so whales gets all the attention. Okay, thanks very much. We've got a couple of people from universities and that to back us up, and Kit and those guys, a couple of dive shops here to help us out, and they're with us, so we've got the start of a small team. Thank you very much.